Hey, what's good, fam? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Today, I'm talking about NIL, or name, image, and likeness. That's something that's going to be pushed out here pretty soon, starting on July 1. Alabama recently released the branding platform, The Advantage. So I want to talk about some possibilities going forward for not only Alabama football players, but all athletes that attend the University of Alabama. I'll specifically stick to football because that's what we cover right here on our YouTube channel. College athletics are changing, and Alabama is making steps to adapt to the new landscape. Tuesday, the university unveiled its new branding platform. The Advantage will provide the Crimson Tide student athletes with the education and the tools necessary to build and elevate their personal brands. Now, that's from a release from the University of Alabama that we received today. Now, why? Well, because recently, Alabama Governor Kay Ivey signed a name and image bill that will allow college athletes to profit from endorsement deals. That law will become official beginning on July 1st. According to the university release, The Advantage will focus on brand management, maximizing personal social media platforms, and financial literacy. Why again? Well, with name, image, and likeness coming into play, it's time for college athletes to make big money before they leave from Alabama to the NFL. Okay, so let's explore some examples of how this could theoretically work going forward. We'll just keep it simple. Let's use Bryce Young, for example, quarterback at Alabama. Let's say that he wants to hold a high school camp or a junior high camp in his home state of California. He can do that, and he can charge whatever he wants. So let's keep the numbers simple, okay? Let's say that he wants to charge $50 for that camp, and he's Bryce Young. He's a quarterback at Alabama. He gets 500 kids. He'll make $25,000 for that camp. So Bryce Young, he gets all that cash, right? He gets $25,000 from this football camp. Now, Alabama football, they can't touch that money, but what they can do is help Bryce Young build up his social media following. There you go, looking at the branding platform, The Advantage. So The Advantage is going to help build up Bryce Young's social media accounts. It's going to really help every single player on their team, right? Whether you're the quarterback or a defensive back, the kicker, long snapper, whatever. The Advantage is to help build up your social media platforms, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you have it. So therefore, if the player has a big social media following, then they can go out to companies and they can make deals. Now, obviously, the players aren't going to have a lot of time because they're focused on playing the actual game to facilitate these agreements. Well, Alabama football, they can't facilitate the deals either. Alabama football can't reach out to, let's say, Tuscaloosa Toyota and say, hey, we want you to work out a deal with Evan Neal, an offensive lineman. That can't happen. All Alabama football and their branding platform, The Advantage, can do is build up the personal brands and basically just showcase what Alabama players have done from their own branding increasing and them creating their own deals. Now, it's going to be likely that players can have agents or their parents can facilitate these deals with Tuscaloosa Toyota, whatever company. It really doesn't matter. It could be State Farm. It doesn't matter. So let's say that Evan Neal, he has an agent or he has a parent or himself works at a deal with Tuscaloosa Toyota, and Tuscaloosa Toyota is like, okay, I want to pay you $50,000 for a commercial. And he can take all that home. Alabama football is not going to get any of that, which obviously they don't have a problem with because, they're getting the ticket sales, all that stuff, right? They're getting paid regardless. But Alabama can now use to their advantage the fact that they're helping their athletes build up their social media platforms to make deals with companies so they can earn cash while playing at the University of Alabama. So companies cannot offer, clearly they can't offer recruits coming in. They have to be at the University of Alabama, and Alabama football cannot facilitate these deals between the players and these companies. The player has to work out these deals separately with these companies, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of gray areas. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of moving parts going forward. And can you imagine if, Evan Neal or another player has to shoot a commercial And Nick Saban wants him to be at the specific meeting. And the player's like, hey, you told me never leave money off the table. Got to take the money. Got to take that $50,000, or I don't know, it could be $5,000. I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. And there's a lot of moving parts, and there's much more that's going to be determined. But today, I think it was a big step forward with Alabama releasing their new branding platform, The Advantage. Again, a lot of moving parts, so there's a lot to cover, but I basically wanted to put a video together to talk about name, image, and likeness and how this is going to affect not only Alabama football, but college football in general moving forward. I think that the proof is in the pudding at Alabama, right? You have the fact that Alabama continues to not only win on the field, but also send guys to the NFL. But can you imagine going forward once Alabama's branding platform, The Advantage, is able to show how they've been able to help these players build up their personal brands with, Instagram, TikTok, videos, collaborations, and really build up their channels to help those players facilitate deals outside of the football program with local businesses, national companies, whatever you have it. You're going to have players making some big time money before they even head to the NFL or graduate from the University of Alabama. Hey, thank you very much for watching this video. We appreciate you more than you know. Definitely hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe. If you have a question about this specific name and image likeness, drop it in the comment box. I want to get your feedback going forward because I know that a lot of things are changing